Holy smokes everyone, boy do I have some news for you. I've been doing some research lately to find exactly what's going on behind the crazy volatility we're seeing in the markets right now, and I may have just found the answer. So in today's video, we're going to go over exactly what happened in the markets today, why it happened, and some things we can look forward to in the future. So everyone, like always, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so first things first, I'll quickly go over the metals. Gold was up about 0.7% today, up about $12 an ounce. So we can see here, gold is holding strong while stocks are starting to crater. Silver also had a decent rally today, up over 2%, and I'll get into some reasons why. Because look at this, everyone. Goldman commodity veteran says he's never seen a market like it. I've been doing this 30 years and I've never seen a market like this, Carrie said on Bloomberg. This is a molecule crisis. We're out of everything. I don't care if it's oil, gas, coal, copper, aluminium, you name it, we're out of it. That is absolutely crazy, everyone. These shortages, these supply chain issues are now starting to hit the futures markets, and these future markets are almost out of everything that they're selling. Listen to this. Future curves in several markets are trading in super backwardation, a structure that indicates traders are paying bumper premiums for immediate supply. The downward sloping shape in prices is generally taken to mean commodities are severely undershipped. And I'll bring up a chart here. We can see here that commodity spot prices have surged to a record high this year. So I think that's just part of the puzzle why gold and silver rose today. But let's go into what I'm sure you're all wanting to know, what's happening with crypto, and then we'll get into what's happening in the stock market, and I'll also go over how the stock market is about to face a huge liquidity crisis and what's behind this crazy volatility. Okay, so Bitcoin hit a high of around 44,500 today. It's up about 5.8%. And what I've been saying and what a lot of people have been saying, that we're going to be entering crypto winter. So you may be confused or wondering why Bitcoin is rallying right now. Now remember people, in bear markets, you're still going to have rallies, but let's have a look at what could be behind this recent rally. Well, first things first is this, everyone. There's a lot of speculation about the Super Bowl and how there's going to be a lot of cryptocurrency ads. So people are buying the rumor and they may be selling the news after the Super Bowl is over. So the Super Bowl is now being called Crypto Bowl as upstart financial firms spend millions on TV ads. But not only this, FTX, which I'm sure you've been seeing a lot of ads of FTX lately, is giving away free Bitcoin as part of its Super Bowl commercial. So the cryptocurrencies are a lot of speculation, especially with major events like this. And you think if these companies are spending a lot of money on ads, well, they're going to want the market to go up. Kind of like what happened when Coinbase IPO'd. We saw a bump in Bitcoin's price because when people see these ads, they're going to want to see if the price is up or down. If the prices crash 50%, no one's going to want to buy or sign up to these exchanges. But if they see the price of Bitcoin has surged 30%, they're going to FOMO in and want to join. So I do expect this is just these companies pumping the price, and also this is what is happening as well. This chart here tells us how many liquidations there were. The green is long positions and the red is short positions. So what happened today? We saw 164 million short positions liquidated. So it's also behind this recent rally is a short squeeze. The shorts are getting squeezed and this is causing them to have to cover their short positions and sending the price higher. But of course, you probably want to know, okay, well, what's happened with my stocks? Well, not much happened today, and the Dow's is flat today. The S&P 500, though, it looks like the dip keeps on dipping, and it doesn't look like the bounce is coming back. It's down 0.37% today. And the high-flying tech sector, the NASDAQ, continues to face more selling pressure now that the earnings season is over for all these high-flying tech stocks. But again, going back to what I was saying at the start of the video, the liquidity crisis that we are facing right now, and it is behind this crazy volatility we're seeing in the markets. What we've seen in the markets this past month has never happened in history. We saw Facebook lose $240 billion of valuation in one day. We're seeing large cap trillion-dollar market capitalization companies trading like penny stocks, with Amazon surging 14%. People, this volatility isn't normal, and it's because the stock market is in a liquidity crisis. But let's have a deeper look. Look at this, everyone. US stock market liquidity is abysmal, adding to volatility risk. Market veterans are saying as soon as anyone wants to move risk, there isn't an efficient mechanism for folks to do so. And it's not just individual stocks that are facing a liquidity crisis. We're also seeing the S&P 500 E-mini futures contracts that has normally got huge amounts of liquidity, that is in a liquidity crisis as well. These futures trade usually around 50 million of notional value at any given time. The number fell to around 2 million in late January, not far from the 1 million to 1.5 million level touched in March 2020. So what happened in March 2020, everyone? The stock market plunged over 30%. And I'll bring up a chart here. We can see how the stock market is in a liquidity crisis. With the S&P E-mini top book value, we can see here it is at historic lows. And it wasn't just March 2020 of a liquidity crisis that led to a correction in the stock market. It also happened September 21, October 2020, and December 2018. So here's some reasons behind the liquidity crisis. There's a variety of factors. For one, they said tighter regulations in the aftermath of the global financial crisis curtailed large broker-dealers' capacity to take risk. Another factor has been the shift to market making for securities from humans to machines. Trading programs sometimes pull back liquidity when volatility spikes. And this is what I've been talking about, everyone. A lot of these moves in the markets can just simply be by the stock market algorithms. But when there's a liquidity crisis, these algorithms can pull back liquidity. This lead to another Black Monday like what we saw in 1987, where the stock market plunged 20% by these algorithms or these computer programs malfunctioning. And this is what another market veteran is warning. The liquidity risk is grossly underappreciated. As investors crowd into winning stocks, they become oblivious to the fact that it becomes increasingly difficult to exit in masses. This is absolutely crazy, everyone, and I found this very interesting to see what is exactly behind these crazy moves we're seeing in the stock market right now. But what you're probably wanting to know is, okay, well, what does all this mean in simple terms? Well, what we're seeing is the reason why gold and silver is going up is commodity futures are facing a shortages of shipments and shipment costs are going up. Also, when stocks do poorly, we normally do see gold rally a bit. What's happening with Bitcoin is simply buy the rumor, sell the news with what's going on with all these cryptocurrency ads. All these companies want to pump the price. So when people go and see the ads, they'll see the price goes up. Then they'll want to FOMO in and sign up. And we're also seeing a short squeeze in Bitcoin. And again, in the stock market, we continue to see a bearish trend where the dip buys are nowhere to be seen. And like I just went over, the stock market is in a liquidity crisis. So everyone, what I'm looking forward to for the next major event to see what's going to happen in these markets is the next CPI data release to see if inflation is getting worse or better. And that's going to be released on February 10th. So I'll definitely keep you updated once that happens. Now, for all my loyal viewers and subscribers still watching, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.